everybody, happy Saturday. Welcome back to Saturday Bytes. Today is October 5th, 2019. I hope everybody is having a great week and had a great week. And I hope your Saturday is going swimmingly. Let's get today's episode started, as we do, with the unofficial beer sponsor of Saturday Bytes. For this week, there's actually a couple different unofficial beer sponsors, and I can't really name them all because I'll get to that in a second. But the unofficial beer sponsor for right now is Anderson Valley Brewing Company Chai Solstice. All natural ale with natural flavors added. And before this one, the unofficial beer sponsor was O'Fallon Vanilla Pumpkin Beer. So I'll talk more about that in a second, but first, let's talk about one of the more interesting topics for this week is the new iPhone that just dropped, I think last week or the week before. I don't know. I can't keep up with this stuff. The iPhone 11 came out, and it's got this weird, 3-camera setup bullshit on the back. Like, you take a picture 3 times. Like, what? My DSLR only has 1 lens. Why do I need 3? So the iPhone 11 dropped. It looks really good, actually. Props to Apple. Obviously, not much has changed since the iPhone 10. Like, it still has the camera cutout in the top of the screen and all that. But the back glass is like a frosted looking glass. It looks really cool. It comes in some cool colors. There's the one color. It's like forest green or dark green, and it's essentially a black color, but it's got the slightest hint of green in it. It looks pretty cool. My coworker actually has it, and he was showing it to us, and it looks pretty awesome. And then, yeah, the 3-camera setup, I guess it's got a wide angle, normal, and then a telephoto, maybe? So, yeah, that's pretty neat. iPhone 11, I can't wait to get my next phone. It's going to be the Note, hopefully, the Note 11 or the Note 10. Yeah, the Note 10. I can't keep up with all this stuff. The Note 10 does not have a headphone jack. And you know the issues I've been experiencing with recording this podcast. I can't actually connect the microphone to my computer. It's not recognized. So I've been connecting it to my phone, my current phone, the Galaxy S8, and it's got a microphone jack. And the new Note does not have that. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess we'll see about that. Also, sorry, I'm a little stuffy again still. The pollen level is way up. I'll talk about that in a second. So let's move on right now with another segment. We're going to hit the Twitterverse, the Twitters, the tweeters, and we're going to check out a hashtag that was trending today, September 28th, the week before you're hearing this. Hashtag rejected vape juice flavors. I was scrolling through some of these earlier, and they're pretty funny, I'm not going to lie. We got vegetables, homework, and bedtime. Yep. Peanut butter squid. That seems like it would be an interesting vape juice flavor. Sewage. Oh, man, someone posted a picture of the... what are these? Someone posted a picture of the Jelly Belly, disgusting flavors, throw up and moldy cheese and toothpaste. Oh, that would be disgusting. Ugh. Clam chowder. Flavor Flav. Y'all remember Flavor Flav do with the big clock that he wore around his neck and the Viking, the Viking thing on his head, the Viking helmet? Pork chops and applesauce. Hey, if that's not the best vape juice flavor out there, I don't know what is. Moving right along, let's talk about some hockey. But first, I'm going to take another sip of my Chai Solstice beer. It's actually very good. Let's talk about hockey and the Penguins more specifically, because I'm in Pittsburgh. Went to the Penguins Red Wings game earlier this week. I think it was on the 25th on Wednesday. Super awesome. I just went by myself. I said, screw it. Ticket was like $30. So I bought one while I was at work. And I went to the game, had a great time, fantastic time. Penguins won finally, 4-2. And I was, just super happy to go. Just living it up, watching some Penguins hockey. I impulsively bought a ticket to the first Penguins Flyers game of the official season, which is October 29th. So only a couple weeks away. That was still cheap. It was $40 for a ticket. So, screw it. I bought one. I don't got to worry about taking anybody else or buying them food. So I'll just treat myself for now. And I already didn't seem stuffy enough, let's talk about allergies. But first, I need to go blow my nose. So allergies are in full swing right now for the fall season. The first official day of fall was a couple weeks ago, September 20-ish. So that happened, and now my allergies are in full swing. I can't get out of it because obviously I just walk outside and I keel over sneezing all day long. The fall beer exchange we had at work this past week on Friday was a very interesting thing, to say the least. We initially had a sign up for, whoever wanted to participate, and you had to bring in a case of beer, 24-pack of some fall beer, some beer that you liked a lot. So I just got some Southern Tier Harvest beer. I don't know. It was good. It turned out to be pretty good. And a lot of people didn't bring in beer that signed up to participate. So there was a little confusion, but it all got sorted out at the end of the day. We wound up doing 12 packs instead. So the way that worked is everybody who participated just swapped beers. So when you left work, you had 12 different beers, which was awesome. And that's what I'm drinking now because that's what I got. So that is why the unofficial beer sponsor is Miscellaneous for this week, is because I don't have a specific beer. I do have Busch in the fridge, as usual. There's always Busch in my fridge. Busch Heavy, man. The best beer probably ever made. Sorry, scratch that. Jenny Cream Ale is a very good, pristine, cheap beer. If you're into cheap. So, moving right along, the big topic for this week, and the whole reason I didn't have a podcast last week, is because my two buddies and I, Julian and Alex, we went to the Delaware Water Gap on a 3-day, 2-night hike, camp, an overnight hiking, camping shindig. It was amazing. So happy I went, so happy we planned it. I was talking to Julian about it back in August, maybe, or early September. And I was just like, man, let's just set a hard date, because if we keep talking about it, we're never going to do it. So we set a hard date for last week, the 21st, September 21st. I met them at their place. I had to stop home first to get my backpack, because I haven't used it in years, so it was at my parents' house, so I had to get that. And then I went over to their place. We drove down Delaware Water Gap, and we had a great time. Come Sunday, we hiked a total of a little over 22 miles between Friday afternoon, Saturday all day, and then Sunday morning. So we hiked a little over 22 miles unofficially. My GPS watch died on Sunday morning, so I took the mileage that my phone was tracking. It was a really good time. We definitely overpacked a little bit. We had a lot of food. it's not a bad thing. We survived, but we ate like kings. Yeah, Friday night we had tacos. Julian and his brother actually dehydrated some beef when the week before they dehydrated some beef, so it was super light and it lasted on our hike. And yeah, we just heated some water up in our little camp stove and put the dehydrated beef in there, rehydrated, and then they brought some cheese, some soft shell tacos. Oh man, it was thebomb.com. Saturday night we had a mix of chicken, homemade gravy. We made it there at camping, and potatoes. Some like dehydrated potatoes, and then just veggies. They just brought little snack pack containers with carrots, or not carrots, with green beans and corn, and just mix it in a bowl, mush it all together. Oh man, it was the best, so good. And then top everything off as a like a dessert type of surprise meal at the end of the night when we were just sitting around a fire. They brought popcorn, like actual kernels. We popped corn over the fire. It was awesome. They just brought it in a little Ziploc baggie. We used a little stove, so I guess not over the fire. I lied. We popped it on the stove. Oh man, it was so good. You can't complain about that stuff when you're out in the wild and all you got is trees and leaves around you. You got to appreciate what you got to eat. And man, like I said already, we ate like kings, and then other snacks along the way, some granola bars and lots of water. We actually packed a lot of water. And Julian actually had a filter. You just put it in the lake or like in a stream or whatever, and you just pump, and it filters pure water into your water container, water vessel. So that's how we survived the weekend. Great time. I would love to do it again. I would love to go for more than 2 nights and 3 days. I would love to go for like a week, but woo, we smelled ripe after 3 days. Driving home Sunday morning, it was a very unpleasant experience smelling myself, and it was super nice to get in the shower as well. So yeah, it's just something I don't get to do much now that I'm living in the city. There's really nowhere to go around here, but I do have my backpack now. I brought it back to Pittsburgh with me, so if we ever want to go again, I think we were talking about going down to Ohiopyle sometime soonish, hopefully. Maybe on a couple day hike. So yeah, that's that. Let's move right along to our boy who used to be Antonio Brown, AB, from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who signed on another team. And guess where Antonio Brown is now on September 28th, 2019? He's no longer playing football at all. He's just not. He's stopped. And I've been browsing his Twitter, and people have just been harassing him, and it's the best thing ever because he really screwed things up with his football career. And he's a young guy. Like, he had a very promising future. And now I don't know what he's going to do with his life. He's going to go back to community college. He's going to get his grade 11. What are you going to do, AB? Guess what? I don't care, and neither does anybody else here in Pittsburgh, because you're a little drama queen. So get over yourself, grow up, and yeah, start doing adult things as we do when you're older. Stop being a little child is what I'm trying to say. So, narrowing down to the end of this podcast, I'm actually, as I talk right now, I'm recording on my GoPro. I'm recording this podcast, and hopefully the recording came out good. It still looks like it's recording. So, yeah, if you want to watch this podcast, I'm going to try something new and put it up on YouTube every week. And I think I might do that the week before, like how my schedule is now. I record, and then the week after it goes live, like the following Saturday. I think I might film, like I think I might record the podcast on my camera and then upload same day. So, if if you're into that kind of thing. If you want to watch it, then by all means. And yeah, so that's that. Definitely stay tuned, stick around for that, because I don't know, I feel like expanding my horizons will be a little bit better other than just sticking to Spotify and iTunes, because I don't get that many views, and that's fine. Like, you know, it's whatever. But it would be cool to get a little bit more viewership on the interwebs, on the YouTubes and the Googles. Shoot. So let's do everybody's favorite weekly check-in. I'm doing very well this past week. I was doing super well the week before, and I'm just hanging out for the time being. Like I said in the previous podcast, like, I'm just being right now. You know what? Before I get more into this, let me take a sip of a beer. It's beautiful outside, by the way. Woke up this morning and it was raining and like overcast and shitty. Super nice out. So yeah, I'm doing great. Just hanging out. I'm actually going to an old teammate's house tonight for a Cuban themed party. So that'll be interesting. I've definitely been getting out a lot more. You know, when I first started this podcast, I was like cooped up in my apartment every weekend, like Friday night after work until Monday morning work. I would just be in my apartment. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't see anybody. I've definitely, you know, coming out of my shell here, going places and hanging out with people. And, you know, that's what I need. And that's all I need, really. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that and just enjoying my time. So that's all I could ask for. I could ask for a little bit more, but I'll take it as it comes. And that's about it. So hey, everybody, I got to get out of here because my beer is starting to get warm and I need to get a cold one from the fridge. So remember, folks, always clean behind your ears. Never eat the yellow snow. That shit is nasty. My name is Rico Galassi, and thank you for tuning in to Saturday Bytes.